So I completed Uncharted 4 yesterday, and I was looking for someone on YouTube with thoughts similar to mine, and there weren't any. So I thought, let's make myself. Yeah, uh, Uncharted 4 Legacy of Thieves collection. I would say not recommended for PC gamers. For console gamers, I don't know what's going on. We will discuss that. Don't worry. Play this game not as a game but as a movie, because that's what it is. Pick up a controller, keep the difficulty low, enable aim assist. Okay, because if you start to approach this game as anything but a movie, you will have the experience I had. And my experience was, this game made me question what a game really should be. Yes, I am starting to have these kinds of thoughts while playing this game. If I have to keep tapping something, keep tapping Y, keep tapping X for an animation to play on screen, is it gaming? I don't think it is. Gaming is freedom and not just a narrative story. Okay, if we strip away the story and the characters and the character development from this Uncharted game, basically everything that makes a movie good but not a game, we are left with a very mediocre game, very mediocre gameplay. I every time I started with the AI and I started getting reminded of games of early 2000, and I was like, that's how terrible the enemy AI is. I selected the highest difficulty, which I was allowed on the first playthrough, by the way. I am not doing a second playthrough. Let's talk about climbing of this game versus Assassin's Creed. Okay, I heard somewhere videos that what Assassin's Creed is trying to do is what Uncharted is doing better. That's someone's opinion. But yeah, people love to complain about Assassin's Creed, including me, because they changed their formula from stealth-based ninja type assassin to an RPG game. Basically, you know, you kill someone with a knife, he is not going to die unless he is a very low level. Anyways, to appeal to the masses and sell a shitload of things, but remembering the the beginning, the starting Assassin's Creed game, I do miss that freedom and how I want to approach climbing. Okay, I'm not saying Assassin's Creed is perfect. I will talk about that. Climbing is perfect in any ways, but yeah. But what I mean to say is, with Assassin's Creed, at least there was some sort of freedom. I mean, the first game. Okay. Here, everything is so scripted that it felt like more like a movie than an actual game. I'm just talking about the climbing part. Okay, even the climbing mechanics, just move in a direction, keep pressing particular button. That also felt like a movie, because there was no choice. You had to go this particular way, you have to go this particular way, this particular ledge will break, this particular animation will play. Anyways, let's talk about lackluster climbing in games in general. Okay, my major problem is that there isn't much game to play actually, is there, when it comes to climbing. A big part of this game, Uncharted, is climbing, and it's nothing more than glorified animations. There is no skill involved. Every jump from one place to other isn't timed. Okay, I was just brainstorming ideas on how it could have been better. It doesn't feel like climbing at all. If climbing was its core, it should have been so much more. Off the top of my head, even just jumping from one ledge to another should involve very precise timings. Okay, so if you try to jump from one ledge to the other, I don't know, maybe use the stick to come back and then push it, like if someone has played Don Bradman's cricket, if you know that. So we use this as a bat, we pull it down and then we push it forward. Okay, and we can select the direction in which direction we want to push it. Okay, I'm just giving you an example how skill could have been implemented with a controller. Of course you can do it with a mouse, but yeah. Okay, you could have just done this little flick, and it would have jumped in that direction and wouldn't have caught a ledge. Okay, if it was not within its reach. What happened in this game was, even though the ledge is very far away or somewhere, it will automatically move the player towards the ledge. Anyways, yeah, that's just what I'm thinking, that is one thing that could have been done better. Just even thinking about something as simple as a grappling hook, it is not that simple in real life, is it? You can't just run, grapple and jump and put the grappling hook back. No, 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 no. It requires very precise timing and everything. Why is it just a press of one? I just press this LB button and I press this 2 times and I'm done. No, it should have been more difficult. It should have been a lot more difficult. Okay, I don't know how, but it should have been. Okay, and the skill, whatever it was, it should not be RPG based like the newer Assassin's Creed Origin games, and not just because your character has a higher level then he is more skilled. No, I'm not talking about that. Actual skill involved. Okay, something that Spider-Man 2 has done on PS5. Okay, even in the highest difficulty they give you a lot more control and your choice. Okay, because there should be multiple paths on how one chooses to approach the climbing and how things play out, because that's what gaming is, isn't it? Yeah. Anyways, lack of skill. Sekiro is a perfect example of this. If you master the core of game, no matter what situation you're in, okay, what sort of boss is there, okay, you're sort of ready, you know what to do, and you have that skill. Even if you stop playing the game and you pick up 2-3 years later, that skill would be there. Okay, that's right, that's a game. Okay, here I could have started any level. Okay, in Uncharted, if I could have started the last level with 0 experience, I still would have would have to sweat, tear and blood just to lose. Okay, it was so easy to just complete the game, and it feels like it's impossible to lose in this game. Every bad path is blocked, you can't climb certain area which aren't narrative driven. Little climbing things, those are blocked. And that stupid thing that you climb a stair and it breaks, so you have to find other path. You find a crate. Oh, I love the crate. Anyways, everything is so linear. Okay, the more I played this game, the more I wanted to play Tomb Raider, and not the new and this AAA very good looking ones. No, not these one, the original ones. Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3, 4, the last revelations. But even compared to this, that had so much more freedom, even though that had also had cutscenes and everything. I am getting memories of Angkor Wat, the Assassin's Creed, Lara Croft, Tomb Raiders, the last revelation, a game I couldn't finish, by the way, because I got stuck in the mummy level. Anyways, but yeah, which don't look great, but they are great games. The more I played this game, the more I wanted to play actual games. Okay, and difficulty is a joke. I think in the name of difficulty, every enemy's health was just increased by a lot. Later I checked some more videos and I realized that's what it was. It took me 6 rifle shots to take down an unarmored enemy. And I don't even let me get me started on armored enemies. I expect enemies to actually get smarter, or I don't know, you get handicapped in some way if the difficulty increases. Either don't implement difficulty, just say it's a fun game. In the name of difficulty, you basically use one clip to kill one enemy, and that's not it. Anyways, higher difficulty should also make climbing and shooting a lot more difficult, but a lot more free too. Okay, let's say the current state of the game, okay, in like easy level, it's fine. That's what it should be. Anything above medium and hard, that's not what it should be. Okay, climbing should be a lot more precise, a lot more difficult, a lot more in your hands. You know what, I'm starting to look for games that have this actually now, and and the only one I can think of are the original Tomb Raider games. You know what, I will actually play them. Anyways, okay, one more complaint. cutscenes disguised as button mashers. What's that? Makes no sense. Okay, it's a cutscene. Okay, it's a cutscene, and you tell me to keep pressing keep pressing B at certain times, and things will proceed for. That's not a game. It is a cutscene. It should have been a cutscene. You thought we will realize that so much of the game is just cutscene that we will not play it, and I guess that is right. Okay, and there is no punishment if you don't press it quickly enough, if you miss it, because it was a cutscene. Simple as that. And now I come back to the point, and I see a pattern with games targeted for console. This is not the first game I have seen this kind of thing, even with God of War or even Last of Us. Okay, so yeah, I have seen this with many Sony or PlayStation or console games that will show some cool looking scene where my only job is QTE or whatever. Okay, I remember the Spider-Man demo sequence of the Marvel. You know how he comes down inside how Spider-Man falls down through a tower, a crane inside a crane, and you have to press space, and you have to press two buttons together, RBLB, and then you have to press these two buttons together. But it was completely a cutscene. It wasn't the actual Spider-Man doing it. No, you're just pressing it. Or anytime you take down a card in Spider-Man Marvel's game, if you know what I mean. Okay, same cutscene, no matter what the card is, no matter what you do, same thing will happen. You just have to press the buttons at the right time. Yeah, earlier, okay, before playing this game, in my back of my head, it was like, oh, console gaming should also be just like PC gaming, wouldn't they? I mean, these are precise things, man. I played Forza 4, I played uh, Dirt Rally on these. These are super precise things, and this is less than half the price of a proper controller. Okay, so I know that these have the capability of being competitive. Okay, these have it. And when I say competitive, I do not mean multiplayer game. I just mean, you know give some sort of challenge, man. Some sort of challenge. If we are going to play the whole game, for me, I will just watch a movie. What's the point? Okay, or even if it is not competitive, then at least a sense of freedom and what one can do with it. The more and more games which were primarily made for console I play, the more those games, the more I realize what a beauty PC games are. I immediately get reminded of the Hitman games, and not the newer ones, the initial one. I think even the newer ones are fine. The first Hitman game, go play that. You had. I started playing that. I couldn't play that as a kid because it was so tough for me. Okay, and that's what it should be. It should present some sort of challenge. Tomb Raider, the last revelation, that was the first Tomb Raider game I picked. I couldn't make it past the tutorial, the double jump. I think it took weeks for me to do that. But once I did, I was so happy. There was another sequence where you had to jump from tiles to tiles in a particular order for the fire to light up and the next level to go in the same game. I had that answer in my dream. I'm not joking. I was stuck on that for so many days. I got the answer in my dream that I should do this. Next day I woke up, I did that, I won. I'm just wondering, did people who start their gaming with console ever get this thing? Ever really realize what gaming is? Or did they just watch a movie with some extra steps? I'm so glad my gaming career started with PC and not a console. I'm so glad. I just strongly got reminded of, I've written it down when I was writing it down. I got reminded of IGI. I'm going in. So many people have played that game, IGI 1 and IGI 2. My god, the sense of freedom in that game. So many things you can do, so many ways you can approach that. And I couldn't even get past the first 5 minutes. My sister did that for me, by the way. She did it. She found a way to stay crouched inside a bush, use the silent pistol, and keep killing everyone without even going in. I couldn't. That's that's what it is. Okay. And after playing this Uncharted game and a few other games for now, you know what? I'm done with these type of movie games. Okay, they try to appeal to gamers, but they are movies. They are movies. Okay, if I want to watch a beautiful scene, or you know somewhere I don't have to use my brain, I will watch a movie. I will watch a TV series. They are amazing. They are great. They have great character development. Okay, that I understand. But this, yeah. So that's it. I'm done with story-rich games that aren't game in the first place. That's all that I wanted to say. Oh my god, my face looks big. See you later.